Now, if you're tired of your everyday normal fare, and if you're willing to travel a little bit further but not too far, this place, Delhi Darbar, I heard does great biryani and Indian cuisine in general. Now, it's not too fancy, it's nothing too snooty, it's just a simple place where all the talking is done by the food. So I'm gonna go inside and have a conversation with the food. So this is the biryani that everyone's been hyping on about. This is the biryani dum mutton. Dum means that it's been slow cooked over a slow fire, and it's basically just so that all the meat and all the flavors fuse, and the meat is tender and soft and juicy at the same time. So you won't have to do too much chewing, as they tell me. And I'll just try immediately. Lovely basmati rice that I have here. Get rid of that mutton. Right, okay. Some small piece. Now you know that India is just all about spices, so definitely you won't recognize the rice in it. The only thing you'll recognize about the rice is its texture, because it's been caked in spices but not too much, just to give it that flavor that you know is distinctly Indian. And the mutton, as I said, it's been slow cooked, so it is tender, it is juicy, and it just falls off easily. You don't have to use a knife to cut through it. You just pry it open with your spoon and fork. And after that, we have this Madras chicken curry. Well, Madras used to be the old name of the Indian city of Chennai, so I don't know if they should change the name to Chennai chicken curry, but that's not for me to call. And it's just basically all the greatest hits of Indian spices in the chicken, and garnished with some potatoes, and I will just try it right now. This is the potato and a bit of the chicken. So have a bit of everything, and don't forget the biryani. Right, this is very creamy, and it's a bit spicy, which I do like, because I've added just enough chili powder to make it a little bit hot, but not too hot that you'll be running for some water. But what you'll notice is that it's really creamy because I've added yogurt in it as well to make it more thick. And lastly, this is the Gobi 65. I'm not sure what the significance of 65 is, but what it is that I know is that this is cauliflower cutlets that's been deep fried in turmeric, chili powder, and ground chili at the same time. So that's why it's reddish in color. And I know you won't see any of the cauliflower in it, but trust me, it is there. I'll just have a quick bite. Now, when I say cauliflower, you might think like, oh, vegetables again, but this is not that. This is basically just like snack food, really. This is something that you can have when you're just a bit peckish but not ready for a whole course instead. This is something that could be sold on the side of a street, which I've been told that it does get sold on the side of the street where it comes from, in Chennai. Something that's so simple, but added with a bit of spice, that's a whole lot different, and just has enough flavors to make it interesting. Before me is a Indian flatbread. It's called the naan, and this is specifically called the Kashmiri naan. Now, Kashmiri means that they have some dried fruits and nuts cooked into it, which is where it gets its name from. It's the dried fruit and nuts is called Kashmiri. And to go with it, usually people have this tandoori chicken. Now, tandoori chicken is just basically roasted chicken that's been cooked in a special Indian oven called the tandoor, which they have in the kitchen that's brought all the way from India over here. And I'm just gonna quickly grab a piece of this and have a tear off a tiny bit of chicken. See what it is like. If you take into account all the different spices, and when you see all these dried fruits and nuts in front of you, you think that you're gonna have a fruit cake in your mouth. It's nothing like that. It's not a fruit cake. It's just a subtle hint of dried fruits and nuts inside of it, just to give that added crunch and taste, but it's really not overwhelming, don't worry. And the chicken, well, this is basically just perfectly done roasted chicken that's been marinated with spices and especially chili powder, which gives it that distinctive red look. And honestly, this is what people would have for lunch And I will have this for lunch as well because who doesn't like a chicken sandwich for lunch?